Hey, joining us now on the MARR Army Rock Show, we have got Ryan Palladino joining us. He is from the band Irresponsible. Been a long time since we had them on the show. They're from Vienna, Virginia. They've got a new music video out right now. Ryan, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you, my man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been way too long since we spoke, so I'm glad to have you back on the show. Now, it's been a little bit since the release of the I'll Have What I'm Having EP. So tell us what the band's been up to since we last spoke.
Yeah, it's been a couple years. Well, we've been working on this new recording of Beautiful Baby, of course, and working really hard with that. Actually did it analog. So we recorded a tape on this record.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that was sort of a new experience. We actually started our first album doing the drums to tape, but we recorded the rest digitally.
So tell us a little bit about the decision to do it analog. Why was that?
Well, I've always loved the sound of rock records that were recorded analog. Pretty much all of the favorites of mine, 311, Stone Temple Pilots, going back to Hendrix and the Beatles, everything in the 80s, 70s, 90s. It's pretty much all recorded that way.
Well, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. And so there's a certain quality in the sound that I've always wanted to go after, and we finally did it with this record.
So the song's out now, and as you mentioned, it's Beautiful Baby. Tell us a little bit about the tune. How long's that tune been around before you recorded it?
It had been around about a year before we recorded it, and kind of played it live at some shows, got some good response. I enjoyed it because it's tuned down to E flat, all the guitars on that one. I like doing that sometimes. And we've been rocking it for about 2 years now.
Now, people are going to wonder, this song's called Beautiful Baby. Is it written for anyone in particular? Is that too personal of a question, or was it just a title?
Not too personal, nothing's off limits. That's the job. It was, in fact, written about a girl I was in a relationship with a few years ago, but no longer. I have a new beautiful girlfriend that I'm very happy with now.
Well, we're glad to hear that now.
Yes.
So, hey, tell us a little bit about the music video. So where was that thing filmed?
That was really fun. That was down at the National Harbor, right in the other side of D.C. on the Maryland side. And the other part of the video was shot in Alexandria, Virginia, both by a waterfront. So there's some good scenery, good shots. And it was really fun to do. Great producer, too. Francisco Campos Lopez.
So tell us a little bit more about some of the moments recording that video. Were there any little outtakes we don't see, or any fun stories from the making of that video?
Yeah, I guess so. TJ had his son with him, so there was a lot of fun time with the son, although he doesn't make an appearance in the video. But he was with us the whole day. He and TJ's wife. TJ's a drummer, of course.
Now, was that a one-day production, or how many hours did this thing take to record?
It actually was a one-day production. I told Francisco, I said, hey, man, on this video, I want to do something really quick, fun, and just the three of us. I didn't want to do a large coordinated thing over multiple days. I just wanted to get in, make a video, and do it. And it worked out great. He did it just how I imagined. It was wonderful.
So I've watched the video a couple times, but I can't catch it. So I'm going to ask you, what is the book you are reading, and why did you choose that book?
Oh, my man. That is a very good question, because that's an awesome book I'm reading. It's called Julia Tyler and the Orb of Infinite Power.
Now you're going to have to elaborate you're going to have to elaborate on that. What's this thing about?
That is by a guy who Irresponsible knows and loves very well, Michael Snodgrass. He actually wrote that book. He's one of the members of our band. I mean, he technically moved to Austin, Texas, right? So we have John Varga playing bass, but both of them are like our brothers, and they've been rocking with us for forever. So, Michael's still one of us, and he wrote that book, and it is awesome, man. I'm about 3/4 of the way through it right now.
Give us the name one more time and plug it so people may want to go out and check that out.
Yeah, Julia Tyler and the Orb of Infinite Power. It's going to be available online in late February. The copy I have, he gave to me.
Man, we have to check that out. So
it's very cool.
So stylistically, man, when I listen to this tune, and if I was trying to describe you guys to my listeners, I kind of peg you guys as I say like Weezer meets the Beatles. Is that a fair comparison?
Well, that's an honor to be compared to that sound. So yeah, that's great. I definitely have heard a couple of people mention Weezer on it, and I hadn't actually gotten the Beatles reference yet, but I see where you're going with that.
Yeah,
in terms of some of the.
It's that old school Beatles stuff, you know, that their initial stuff that I really loved. That when they were kind of just getting started, has that vibe to it to me.
Cool, thanks. Yeah, I definitely appreciate that. I think someone else mentioned it had a bit of a Green Day vibe too.
Yeah, I can definitely hear that in there. So, hey, I see you guys have been doing kind of a pretty steady string of live shows, and I know you got a couple more coming up. So, do you want to kind of plug a couple live shows at all?
Yeah, coming up next Friday. It's January 18th. January 18th at Union Stage over in DC. It's a great new venue. Are you familiar with that venue?
I am not. We don't get to DC as often as we head north of our headquarters here in PA, but no, so we've not been there.
It's great. It's just a year old, and it's already among the top 100 selling venues in the world. They have shows pretty much every night, and so that's one of the reasons for that. They keep it moving. And great guys who opened it. They own another club that we play at all the time called Jam and Java. That's in Virginia. And yeah, looking forward to it. We have a great bill. It's going to be Elizabeth II, who just a really great artist out of DC. Like, you got to check her out. Elizabeth II is her in a band, and it's just really great rock and roll music. Can't beat it. And then closing out the show with us is Sir Alden and Suburban Snoop, which is a great duo of guys that write cool rock, pop riffs with an MC over it, and then catchy hooks on top of that. They're really good guys too.
Sounds like a good time, man. I hope our listeners will check that out. Now, hey, what are the plans for 2019 going forward from here? Are you guys working on new music, new singles, or what's up next for the band?
Yeah, my man Carter Luthien is a guy who's a real talented musician and does film and photography as well. And we're trying to line up something with him to make a video for a song we released called "Let Me Love You." So that I would be looking out for that around summertime, and then looking to record again with Jim Ebert if possible. He's who we made this Beautiful Baby record with. So if we can get all our ducks in a row, we'd like to get some more tracks done with him via this analog recording method, because it's just excellent.
Now, looking back, the band's been around a little bit. Like I said, it's been a while since we've been here. And I was looking back. I think Oil Babies is almost 10 years old.
Man.
So was that your most successful? What has been your most successful commercial song to date? Was it that one, or are there other ones?
There's actually, I believe, Up and Up so far. Up and Up is a song we released a video for about 3 years ago. And that's actually off of I'll Have What I'm Having as well.
So, go ahead.
But yeah, Oil Babies, that brings me back.
Yeah, Doug, I was looking at the catalog, like, wow, it's almost 10 years old, reflect back. How's the band evolved in 10 years?
It's been really fun. Man, I really appreciate all the producers we've been able to work with and get some great records out there with. My buddy's dad and I were just kind of watching TV, hanging out the other day, and I was showing him some of Irresponsible music, and so I just went to YouTube to kind of pull up what came up, and so it was about 4 or 5 songs from the different records. So I was able to kind of talk to him about the producers that we've worked with and kind of the various characteristics you'll see on different records. It was a fun time.
So, hey, here we are in 2019, and, you guys have been around for a decade or more now. So what is the toughest part of the music industry in 2019 as we sit here today?
The toughest part is probably the same toughest part it's always been, which is just picking up the phone, getting out there, reaching out to people, composing the letters you need to compose, just doing the hard day in, day out type of work that's necessary to keep things moving.
Now, hey, are you a New Year's resolution kind of guy? Did you make any resolutions for 2019, at least musically speaking? And if not, have you thought of one?
Yeah, I'm sure I did. I think I always like to do New Year's resolutions and write them down, so I don't really care if I'm like perfect on them, but it's nice to have that written list throughout the year that you can kind of reflect back on. I think making some YouTube videos is on there to show different Irresponsible songs, via acoustic guitar, or maybe even do some instructional videos on how to play them. And then to record analog again, I believe, is on there.
Nice. Well,
do a video, I think, as well.
Well, hey, we've had Ryan Palladino with us. He's from Vienna, Virginia. The band is Irresponsible. Check out their brand new music video for the song Beautiful Baby. It was just released this week. So, hey, Ryan, man, thanks so much for being here with us on the show again. I really appreciate it.
Oh, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me, and I hope to talk to you real soon.